Welcome back, Quell Pack. We have some news today. Clickteam released a State of Fusion address. Not much was said about Fusion 3, but they did announce a new DLC called Fusion 2.5 Plus. I will refer to regular Fusion as Fusion, and then the new DLC as Fusion Plus, just to save on words. I have some notes here. I have some images. I'll post them when they are relevant. Uh, let's see. In regards to users asking about Fusion 3 and how long it's been teased, still without any release, Clickteam has made this new DLC called Fusion Plus. Um, just delete my notes as I go, check everything off. Some key facts that was stated were faster loading and saving times, a better global event editor. You'll be able to use qualifiers, and let's see, value names will show up in the editor. There is a new global find all function, similar to how you would use in Excel. So that's really cool. It will now support DirectX, and there is memory optimization, and there is a new profiler for finding bottlenecks in your games. More information is to come. They have another statement that they're going to release on the 5th of February, so hopefully a lot more stuff will be announced then. Some other key things that I saw from the chat that pursued after they released the announcement in Discord, is there is no um, console support yet, so you'll still have to go through the porting service in order to get your game on PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. I personally still think that you can use the UPW exporter in order to port your games. It's a $200 exporter. I have got it working on my Xbox for testing purposes, so it's not like it's impossible. There is a projected release date in the first quarter of 2019. I think, let's see, I wrote somewhere later on down here. Kiskuri said between the middle of February and the end of March. I'm leaning more towards the end of March just so they can work everything out before it's actually released. It's to bring some fun. It also brings functions from Fusion 3 down to Fusion 2.5, and I will go over that later as I'm going through my list of notes that I have right here. You will still need standard version of Clickteam at the very least. This is a DLC; it's not a replacement. Um, the base Fusion will still be updated and kept up with because this is just a DLC. Since it is a DLC, there is no upgrade cost. When they release Fusion 2.5, what is it? I don't remember the name of the software. I started with Clickteam Fusion 2.5, but the last software, if you had it, you got a percentage discount towards Fusion 2.5. There's still no price. No price was set. I personally think it's going to be between somewhere in between $70 and $100, just because the last DLC that they released was Firefly. That was $80. So it seems like it'll be on par with Firefly. All the window extensions should work fine since it is a DLC. Triadian stated that Firefly should work without any changes, so that's good. Hopefully, the optimization will also affect Firefly, thus making it better if you have all three softwares. It's still currently in testing, but Clickteam has been working on nesting events, which is something that they did bring down from Fusion 3, from what I understand. That will be part of Fusion Plus. Let's see, it's being tested with version 2.8. I'm assuming that's like build 289, and we're currently on build 291. So it's not too far back. Triadian stated that while testing, he opened a project in Fusion and Fusion Plus. In Fusion, it took him 30 seconds to save, and in Fusion Plus, it took him 3 seconds. That's about a 90% increase in save time. No other details are stated, so it's unknown what all was in that project, how extensive it was, but that is a huge improvement, even if it is something simple. With Fusion Plus supporting DX11, hopefully Firefly will also support that, so there will be some graphical improvements to be played with there. Nothing was really said about the behavior editor. Kiss said he doesn't believe they did any improvements, but he also stated that he was working a few versions behind so he can continue the console porting service that they have. Another statement by Try is that he opened he was working on something, and he changed one line via the profiler or using the profiler was somehow integrated, and that increased his output by 5 frames per second, so that's pretty good. Just a lot of reiterating that this is a DLC. It will not be packaged with base Fusion, kind of like you get when you buy the dev upgrade. If you're buying it from the Click store, if you buy the developer version, you get base Fusion with it. That is not the case with Fusion 2.5. You cannot buy Fusion and get Fusion 2.5. Some other things are stated that some extensions might not be affected at all. Some will have significant increases of over 300%. Not sure exactly how that works. There was no really backstory to any of the statements. It's just some things that they have experienced. So it's not something that's going to happen every time with every project that will be created. It's just a higher limit. There was an image. Hopefully, I'll be posting these images up as I talk about them. That if you open a Fusion Plus MFA in base Fusion, it won't crash. It'll just leave those lines blank. Did post a picture of that. Let's see. It is unknown if all extensions will support the nesting feature. I mean, there is a lot of extensions, so that would be a lot to go through, especially working on Fusion 3, keeping up to date with Fusion 2.5, the Patreon, YouTube channel, everything that's going on in Fusion. There is a easier way to access the global event editor. I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the image that was shared. I don't have it. The hotkey is Control H, and there seems to be a button for the global event editor added into the taskbar. There looks like there's an output console. There was a user that was asking about something in regards to the profiler, I believe, and tried to post an output. And if you want early access to Fusion 2.5, if you are a Patreon sub for Clickteam and you are Click or higher, which is $15 or more, they do have a blog post stating how you can get early access to Fusion 2.5. Only bad thing that I did see was Fusion Plus didn't add floats, so positions are still integers, unfortunately. You'll still have to multiply by a float in order to get your pixel precise pixel movement. And there was a level list for everything Fusion 2.5 related. There's the Fusion 2.5 free version, which you can get from their website, and I believe it's also on Steam. There's a standard version that costs $100, as most of you guys know. Fusion 2.5 Dev Edition, which is the $300 upgrade, or the $400 version from the Click store. Give you a bit more features. Then as for Fusion Plus, there is a standard version that will only work with standard, and then there is a developer's version. From the way it was explained, I think it has one set price. It just varies based off of what version of Fusion you have. Again, I'm not sure about that. And scroll through my images real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. I believe that is it. I will post a link for the Patreon post about getting Fusion Plus early. I will also post a link towards, or point it towards, the state of Fusion address so you guys can read that for yourselves. And that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm uploading a launcher video for Firefly so you can support multiple resolutions. That should be up around noon my time, which I live in Missouri, so you guys can figure that out based off of where you live. I will see you guys tomorrow.